because they're too expensive. I'd say cost is an issue, but on the other hand, all other ways to secure code are expensive as well. If you implement process, or you hire senior devs, or you go on your extremely secure software development program, that all costs money, and so does a security tool. So it's maybe a better balance of where you should be spending funds, and probably across all of the above, really.
So developers will use a tool if it shows them meaningful results and if it's easy to use. That's obvious. It's my job to enable them to do that. So whether it's fund the tools, whether it's get it installed, etc., make it available to them. Again, educate them, train them so they know how to do it, and they'll absolutely use them. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I see a couple of things separate from that, which actually apply to much broader about most testing environments, because unless you align the incentives, then you see a couple of things. No tool is perfect, so it will generate false positives. So if someone isn't bought into achieving the goal the tool is trying to get you to, they will use those false positives to prove it's a waste of time. And you see this on network scanning, on code scanning, on every element of coming up with problems. If they don't actually feel the need to fix the problems, the first thing we all do as human beings is explain why the problems you found aren't real. Denial is a very powerful emotion which we hold on to through everything we can. But if, like you said, if you flip it round and get them bought in, if that third who want to fix it, they will pull tools and techniques and technology because they're incentivized to get to the right answer. But I think in the security space, we are not always great at balancing false negatives with false positives.
Yeah. If you think of it as, if you think of any of these as security tools, and you drive your number one requirement is to find as many negative security findings as possible, then I think you're on the wrong track. You've got to find what's the most usable way to enable your developers to find stuff and fix stuff. Absolutely, the first hour we have in terms of a readout call with the team after we've done an analysis, a good number of those teams are just trying to find what's wrong, find some way to say they don't have to do anything here because they found a false positive. That's absolutely true. So low false positives important, but the number one thing is how easy is it to onboard a developers team, onboard an application and get some results.
I agree with that. It's how easy is it for the developers to get their job done. So if the security tool gets in the way of, I don't mean clunky user interface, in any way, then you're treating it as a problem. It's a problem for you because all of a sudden you have to stay late.
Well, it's out of band, right? So it's not part of the, it's something, it's some parallel process or some parallel cycle that has to take place in addition to what's already happening. So it's additional load, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what we see in terms of, what's important to our customers is being adopted into the development organization. And we're kind of coming at it from a slightly different angle of, well, we already exist in the development space and we have sort of additional value that we bring to a security audience rather than, being pushed back from security as, this is something that we're going to spin off as a parallel process.